How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
The merchant is there.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
I beg your pardon, sir, but you are not my master. Moreover, the attendant at the guard was quite specific, saying this affair should be handled with extreme discretion. So I seriously doubt that you'll be wanting to drag us in front of a judge. That would stir up the muck.
Whatever is he talking about, Kurt?
Your guess is as good as mine.
This is preposterous. Your master is a thief. I have no patience for bandits and robbers. Either you give us back what's ours, or we'll take it.
Your idea of diplomacy isn't all that different from my own.
To the devil with ya.
Since you leave us no choice.
The merchant's clerk isn't hearing your arguments. The only thing left is a show of strength. Sorry, Greenblood. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have gotten you mixed up in this.
And so you're back, sir. Do you have our second payment with you?
Don't count on it. We shall return. See you soon.
To my help! And death to the others!
Stop! I beg of you!
He seems to have grown wiser all of a sudden.
Yes, yes! Don't hit me anymore!
Very well. I'm counting on you to deliver this merchandise as quickly as possible.
Yes, good sir. I'll take care of it immediately.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your play?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. The Malicor and the neighbouring... The epidemic still raging. Now that we have a city...
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
People stopped going. And then, thankfully, people were still... I also... Yeah, but that's nothing.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tearfredi.
Right. They say the treasure... but...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours, but what you're about to discover could save your life. Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence. You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all serene. Miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tearfredi as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Okay, so I didn't know if anybody was watching or anything, so I'm gonna just recap on what's going on, what this game is. It's called GreedFall. Okay, what's going on so far is, so how it starts off is your mother's sick. It lets you choose how you can fix your character. I don't know if anybody ever played Fallout or Skyrim, stuff like that. It's similar, slight, but they're all based on your mother is sick and you have to find a cure and you have to go to this island. So far I have meted a couple of things. I have one of the captains with me, Captain Kirk. He's with me. He's a companion. You can also have companions. You also can choose different styles of fighting. You could choose a technical fighter. You could choose a magic fighter. Like you have magic. Shut up. For instance, I got magic. He got a sword. He's more of a combat fighter. Also, yeah, you can have combat skills. Yeah. So right now, basically doing little side missions before our departure, leveling up before I get, I guess, out of here. Enjoying my time here.
Hey, yes sir, getting that shit.
Oh yeah, you should hear yourself too, bro, in the chat.
So what?
Hear yourself. I wish it was like co-op, bro. That would be sweet.
Facts, that will be
You see,
nice.
this is an open world, people. This is a humongous world, bro. This is just one part of the world. Like,
damn.
I could go all the way there if I wanted to. Really.
True.
I'm not trying to do all that. I'm really ready to departure, but are your boots worn though? Your hat out style? Does your vest belong to the last year fashion? I guess this is where you buy clothes and stuff.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Buy. I wonder what do they have. Ooh. Look at that, bro. Yo, look at this small thing. What I'm gonna kill with this?
Hold up.
Smaller sword. Yo, what I'm gonna kill with it? They got some bangers though, like some big time dogs. Hats, now go back. Firearms. How much are the requirements? Not enough gold. Nice uniforms. Eventually, I'm gonna have a way I can have all this stuff.
Facts. Definitely. How long does it take to get money?
You not even long, bro. You just really go find them.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
About them quest item shit. I know it might be a time I may need them very soon.
Yo, I love it, dude. My guy at 73 overalls already got a faster speed and acceleration than my last guy. He's a small forward.
Anytime you making a new build, bro.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, I just was so lazy and I didn't know what build to really go for. But you got me looking.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Plus, I still have to put some money on it. I'll probably do that by
Don't
like
worry.
Sunday.
We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so.
Depends how much
Would you
tip
be in
money
need
I
of
get
my
at
help
the
in
golf
any way?
course, yo.
What will be your official
Usually
title on
it's like on
Tier
Fridays
Or are
So
you
what I'm
just
gonna
here
work
to keep an eye
tomorrow.
on us?
I'll probably get like 20, 25
Don't be
bucks,
ridiculous.
hopefully.
I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor.
Which is this,
Nothing
whatever.
more. But
Good
His
enough.
Highness has
Just to
also
put it back
asked
into
me
the
to
game.
report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Oh man, that's rough. Nicholas.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary
You
until
see
this
how you
morning.
could choose what you want
My
to
men
ask
have
and
free
say.
shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than
I'll be
fellow
asking
Nords?
everything.
I don't
sure
think
every
so, but
comment
it's difficult to be sure.
thing, ask.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking? Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Teleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tirfredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
Commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
If you wore a Nord uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable. Are you the smuggler that the Nauts arrested?
You massacred all these guards just to ask me that question? You must really be in a hurry to get out of the city.
Answer me, please.
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
I don't have the key.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
It's blocked.
To my help! And death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Careful, Greenblood. You're wounded. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. You're running out of energy. Drink.
Yeah, it's mad funny. He used his fucking thing to figure it out. He would have never have known.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Can't you make an exception?
No? Sorry, sir. Move along, please. Now!
Very well. I'm going.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Very well. I'm going.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Can't you make an exception?
No?
Very well.
To my help! And death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. we might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Hello. Huh? Say that again, babe. I can't hear you. I'm playing the game. I didn't hang up. Oh, I died.
Every time. Most players wait until mid to late game. All the players at that time aren't really good. So to win the gulag, early game, first, jump as soon as you can. Look directly down and never pull your side tip. Auto deploy off. First player in the gulag. Now, all you have to do, crash in to come and kill them like a pro.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Damnation! We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of St. Matthias? The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose.
I won.
It's our lives they are after.
I don't think I spun it.
Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge
Busy
in enemy
watching a
territories.
video.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Huh.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahid, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
And we're going to shoot on this circle right here, just across the half-port line. Okay, finish shot. Go a little tougher. There's the angle. It's 10 feet out of bounds. Okay, for the final shot, we're going to go to the half-court line and out of bounds line E. That intersection on the corner there. Okay, this video is for Mr. Alright, do you guys need help finding anything?
Yeah. Are there any pillows? Do you know where I can find the pillows?
Pillows? Yeah, they're right over here. They're right over here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Okay, hi, what's your name? I'm Dylan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You come here often? You shop at Target often?
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Oh, that's
With
cool.
all my children. I think they're your age.
I don't know. I'm 18 years old. Freshly in adulthood. Hey, you found the pillows. That's my steps. Have a good one, guys. Bye. Bye, Karen.
Orders haven't changed, you know.
Alright, do you guys need help?
Very well. I'm going.
To my help! And death to the others! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded!
Can I get in this?
to get dicey.
cash, and you might find a star. After enough work, you should have this. This is how you make money. So every bill has a serial number. Browse through your cash, and you might find a star. They go for about 2 months. After enough work, you should have this. This is how you make money. So every bill has a serial number. Browse through your cash.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
And you might find a star. They go for about 2 months. After enough work, you should have this.
Hello, sir.
Make money. So every bill has a serial number. Browse your stack. Oh yeah, sneaky stack. Sneaky stack.
To me. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel...
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make
To my help, and death to the others!
But you alright in there?
What's
I
up?
heard you at first. I don't hear you no more. Talking to my brother. But I got their own studio.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me? when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, You don't have the right! Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating...
There was indeed a party here last night.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out.
I'm sorry. Hair down to his neck.
I don't believe. I hope you've...
What kind?
A good half of my furniture was...
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Your cousin is either a very bad joker, or dangerous fellow.
What kind of business?
Several. In any case.
Thank you for the information.
Get off with you. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
You again? What are you doing alone?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
Oh, you don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice. But it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
What should I do? I'm not sure. It's a hard choice right now. I don't know if I want to arrest him or if I want to help him leave the city. He has chosen to poison people in the city, trying to build or make a cure, a potion cure for people for being sick. But also he doesn't know if they'll be harmed or not. He's just experimenting on people basically. Like he throws it out there. So it's basically like he doesn't know if it's gonna kill them or if it's gonna help them or not. But he throws it out there to see if he, you know what I'm saying, successful in his research. So I don't know if I want to arrest him for trying to pull out some BS to experiment on people, endangerment and causing in my city, or if I just want to help him leave the city. So, because he might be useful in the long run, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And I might need him. He might come back in life, or it might come back in the story or something. I'm not. That's why I'm hectic about arresting him. So you gotta be careful. You get karma, you get charisma, you get reputation, and he might just appear out of nowhere, and later on in the fucking game. Excuse me, language. So I don't know.
Right.
What should I do, bro? Should I arrest him? This is gonna be all on you. I'm gonna pin it on you. Should I arrest him? For making a research or a potion cure to cure sickness and make people healthy, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know because he never tested on himself or anything, so he doesn't know that. But he feels like it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So, what should I help him leave the city?
I just send him to jail. Fuck that.
people in the watching me right now. I know y'all maybe have not been watching me playing.
Yo,
I've been
you
playing for a
can
good minute. Could
you
y'all
could find a
please
better doctor, bro. Sounds like you could definitely find a smarter one.
find a smarter doctor? You say? So I should
Yeah,
arrest him, huh?
because if he's not even that sure, too
And he's
good.
out there trying to
You want
hurt.
someone with some confidence.
But he says he's been part of the alliance before they kicked him. He was part of the alliance, and
Because
you
he
know
was
what I'm
doing
saying,
some
was a
dumb
doctor.
shit.
Now he say he watched people, like he watched the alliance. See, he was saying like, oh, the alliance of people that was giving them potions to see if it was a cure or not, or be able to cure the main stuff that's going on. It's called a melicure or something. It turns their face purple and have like vein vessels, blood vessels pop out their faces, some junk like that, and
Right.
have their eyes turn all white, like some crazy sickness stuff. But
Jesus.
he was watching people actually, you know what I'm saying, force other
Right.
people to drink it to see if it was a cure or was it curing them, but it was actually killing them. And he started speaking about it. So I guess the ambassador kicked him from the alliance, so he wouldn't speak upon it, or you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Or I think he said he left it. I can't remember. So he sounds like he has a good heart. He sounds like he's trying to change people, but he doesn't know this if the post is gonna change people or not. So
I mean, if you don't care about your people that much, fuck it.
alright, let me give you a number. 1 or 2.
2.
I gotta
I'm
arrest
sorry,
him.
but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I
Are
beg
you
you to
watching
spare
the
me.
broadcast, bro?
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
Oh, okay.
How unjust.
I'm on TikTok.
Well, I did it. Cause arrest.
How long do you arrest him for?
Go directly to the bridge and bachelor. They ain't tell me on this one.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters
But
turned
I
out
think,
a little
bro,
more complicated
I should
than
have kept him,
anticipated.
bro, because hold on, he's delivering the.
He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tir-Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going.
What did he
Goodbye,
gave
Excellency.
me?
Goodbye,
Go
Lord de Sade.
So guys, technically, I'm supposed to be leaving the island to go find this cure. I'm supposed to be leaving my city to find this cure on this island. And yeah, so right now I'm just doing side quests, leveling up, get my skills up before I head to this island. I do not know what's going on. I watch the trailers. If you wants to watch the trailers, it's called game called again. Oh yeah, Greed. The game is called GreedFall. GREED Fall. So it's pretty sick. Big old nature monsters, and it's crazy out there, yo. It's crazy. I'm looking forward to it. Talent. I really need science as talent, like, but I have no points for it. Oh, fine, I guess. I have no attribute points, but I have these points. Okay. This is for combat. This is for weapons. Depends on what it is also. It could be magic, set traps, and stuff like that. This is for based on magic. Everything right here is magic. Divine magic and stuff like that. Shadows. I ain't gonna too much be using combat and all that. I'm gonna be more of a magic person. So I would use Lee, thank you.
To help explain this a little clearer, the golf ball is resting on the ground. This comes in and try and scoop it. The edge hits the ball, rolls along the surface. All season is coming at it. Not a good thing. Play, you can drive it. If you can't have the ball, boom, it runs back.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sardet.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Mateus, the founder of the mythical Teleme. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sardet.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
After I heard the case they made for themselves, I decided to let them escape.
What are you saying?
They convinced me that your accusations have nothing to do with heresy. And that their only crime was discovering historical truths denied by Ptolemy.
And you gave credence to the lies preferred by these blasphemers. Their historical truths are nothing but nonsense, fabricated to undermine the foundations of Ptolemy. The simple act to have proffered such horrors proves the fact that they are heretics. I fear that your youth and kind heart has blinded you, de Sardet. That is a shame. I was expecting more from a young legate who seemed sensitive to our magic.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Did anything seem out?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was...
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's weight, and when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good...
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has...
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink.
What do you think about Captain Vasquez?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader. He knows his craft well, in spite of being...
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well.
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man. surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof, gone.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into...
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle... You'd think my story is not...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of...
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this...
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table.
I'm looking for a Nort. A young cabin...
A Nort, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my town.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken...
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope I would have noticed. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason. I'm looking for a Nort that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of it.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played...
What can you tell me about the boy? How...
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about it. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immense.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sardet. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
With respect, my lady.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
To my house! And you say to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion! Come and taste my savor! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Yo, bro, you still there? Hey, my boy, got down sleeping. What you said, babe? Yeah. No, I was talking to my boy in the party, but I think he's sleeping. I'm finna leave the party. I love you.
To my house!
Oh, snap.
And death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. You're running out.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child.
Oh, hell
And
no.
ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Press that shit. Buddy.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge.
Stupid ass.
He could tell us a little more.
Dumbass nigga ran hot sex in the closet. Fuck wrong with him.
I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure. I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She said that he was taken when he was a child.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him...
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring them. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord. And
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail.
And
That
that's
could
what
be
happened.
useful.
That nigga sold his son. So this fucking game crazy. Nigga sold his son, now he want his son back. Bitch, the contract already been sealed, ho. You ain't finna start my city with no fucking war.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force against his will by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false. He...
Enough! With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
Kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he is a Naut that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the Prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
And I can't
beg of you,
arrest
Your
motherfuckers on
Excellency.
him.
Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret threatening that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
Your mouth swallowed. Yeah, they burning bodies right here, yo. Oh God, look at it. Look. Look. I was thinking about you always playing some lame shit, weird shit. She ain't weird. Now you both burning bodies. And look, everybody standing around just looking. Crazy shit right here. I'm just waiting to see what's actually out there in the big ass map and shit.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him. To my help! And death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Think. Things are about to get dicey.
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Alright, already arrested a man who tried to sell goddamn some poison to people. Yeah. And let me choose how long. 3 years. That's not dope.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be.
Let me see if I can sell
Welcome.
some stuff.
It's such a pleasure to see you. Have you seen any?
Or buy it, as a matter of fact. How much gold I have? 202? Yes, sir. I could buy something nice. Beautiful for me. Yeah, one person. I don't have like 7 people already view me, I guess. Everybody here was here for like part 1 and part 2. I kind of put part 1 and part 2 like and everything for people who haven't got the game or watched the game. This game is literally like $60, but I got it on sale for like $15. Let's try one more. I need too many requirements, yo. I'll probably have to wait, if anything.
Thank you for
Cake
your
looks
visit.
nice.
See you
I'm
soon.
gonna purchase a cake just because I like how it looks. It looks nice. It's glitchy. Alright. Now I gotta go inform the captain. But I wonder if I can make me something here. Can I upgrade? Everything's locked. And it's crazy how you can put other stuff on top of other things. Oh yeah, this is my companion right now. Hopefully I get like something crazy, like a big old wolf, dragon, bro, yes. Seen it on the trailer. To the family of the rich man who provoked us, we have to him. We kill him. If we don't pay us handsomely, come south of the old house district. That don't seem nice. I wonder if I can get that quest. I guess not. Let's go inform this captain about his missing cabin. I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Before I go to him, there was a missing cabin boy from this ship. For real. So unfortunately, what happened was his father sold him before he was born, and for an amount of gold. Now I guess they come back in town of a major of years. He wants to get his son back, so he kidnapped his son and put him in the cage. So basically, he sold his son and wanted his son back. So, but in the contract deal, he's a seaborn. That's what they call it. And he belongs to the ship now, so he cannot go back home. That's what I had to go do, take him away from his mother and father, which was a sad story. But now I'm gonna go back and inform the captain.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure.
I have to do that?
Is everything ready?
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course.
Yeah, that was a sad story.
No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
I appreciate it.
Be back soon, Captain.
Now, what I need to do is find my cousin. Skill point. I should use the point. Can I get any talent points, yo? That would be nice, honestly. I want science. I need science to maybe build some stuff on people, as far as in like lace, drink. Yeah, this game really gets down and dirty with everything. It goes from the spells to killing people in their sleeps and all. Crazy game. I'm tripping, I got skill points. Okay, so now what I want. It takes 2 for that though. Oh, I could just build on my magic. That's what I think I'll do. Attributes, endurance. That's what I need. I need endurance. Indeed. I get strength and all that later, but first of all, I need endurance. Endurance. Agility, then strength. Then I do accuracy and finish up on mental power and all that other extra stuff. See what I have to do over here. I know for a fact I have to find my cousin. Yep, can't leave the island without finding him, unfortunately. So I returned the kid back to the cabin. I guess his father kidnapped him, trying to take him away. Well, I feel like he should never sold him from the jump. And then the boy doesn't even know his parents really. All he knows is the ship. No, I don't go in there. My role in this city, I am Lord D. Pata or something like that. I'm the prince of one, actually the prince of this island. So I pretty much got.
If you had any idea who I am, don't put up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
So basically I found my cousin out. He had a bad drink. Also had a celebration of departure. Obviously somebody don't kidnap him. Him also. It's crazy. A bunch of kidnapping. Where? Why motherfuckers throwing up here, yo? Excuse me, language. Gotta be a way somewhere around. Somewhere. Somehow. I think I know. might just be bold and just budge through. Cause honestly, I feel like they trying me. I feel like they would have been one of my real cousins or something. And I would just budge through the door like boom. But we gotta find a smarter way in. This might be smart after all.
It's not possible just now. It's blocked.
Jeez. So, unfortunately, can't go that way. I had to find a way around. I'm gonna find a way. I always do. Give me time, I'ma think through.
This man is gonna bring the guard out if he keeps shouting like that. We should have gotten rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a gnome, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
Laptop sound like so I'm just thinking, should I take out the guards or should I just enter in? Whoever's watching, don't be afraid to leave comments. Also subscribe. I play more than just this. This is actually a new game I'm trying out. So what? Yeah, I do. I told you that last time. Fortunately, I'm a person who takes almost everything because ain't no telling what you might come across. I don't think nobody's in here. I don't need to crouch. Just be sure what's upstairs. I think I need to go downstairs. Good chests. Okay, down the ladder we go. Can check this one.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things
to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I'll do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you, I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
It's like a brother from another mother.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt?
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
You gotta make sure he got some good armor on, yo. Should I go kill them people first? Yeah, I think I should. We're not gonna miss anything. We'll be there on time. We gotta pay the... Yeah?
To my help! And down to the others! Drink a potion!
Well deserved, yeah? I'll take it. Take everything. For my cousin, they kidnapped him. So we do. I'll take everything because I might sell certain things. Oh, but I didn't need the key anyway. Really gave to me. Not. Real people trying to go. Trying to sail to hit the boat. Tell people for all those joining, man. Welcome to the broadcast. I am playing GreedFall. A lot of stuff that's been here. I will show y'all a fun feature in here. It's just some bodies burning. They're literally burning the bodies in the middle of the sea. But we had a ship to catch.
Sir?
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Fredi.
Look at that black game.
I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order,
sea for 7
now
months?
is the time.
I should leave. Nothing else here to do, yeah?
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tir Fredi. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
Why did I not see that?
Doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, piss-distilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Oh, shit.
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Cut! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Wow. Really? Let's see how we're gonna deal with this guy. Back up, bro. Can't let him get too close. You do? Oh! Oh! Get up! Oh! What you doing? Calm down, bro. It's supposed to be cool. Jeez. Let's go. I recommend y'all, bro. I play hard gameplay, so it is kind of hard. It is on hard. Yes, sir. Don't tell me I'm starving, bro.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat
Your ugly self. Man, tell me I ain't got that on Sadie like 29 times. Oh, hell.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor...
We should... Permission to...
Sir, yeah.
No?
Perfect. I am so eager to discover Tir Fridee. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it!
Come now. Let's lend them a hand.
GreedFall? GreedFall. He keeps saying that shit. GreedFall.
Who said GreedFall? Yes, the game is GreedFall. I said it a million times. It's poop. It's better than oh snap, let me chill out. What's up, Stefan? Bro, I got a mouth.
You'll find all you need in our selection.
Yo, this big old world, yo. It ain't bigger than your forehead, though, Stephen. It's a big old map. Bruh, somebody else takes. I'm tired of seeing this poop.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tyr...
We should... Permission to board the ship?
Sir, you have...
No, my house...
I am so eager to discover Tyr Freddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience.
Come now, let's let...
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.